All right, so last time we noticed that when we got done shooting, we had a whole bunch of invaders up here at the top of the screen, and we want to have we want to make sure that once they get to the top of the screen that we're getting rid of them. So you remember how the coordinate system works in Greenfoot is that when something's up at the top of the screen, its y value is 0. So these are the y values. The y starts at 0 and gets bigger going this way. So when the y value is at 0, that means it's at the top of the screen. Okay. So what we can do is every time after we move, we can just check and see if we're at the top of the screen. And if we are, we just remove ourselves. So let's say if get y let's say if get y is less than step size. How about that? Then we remove ourselves. So who's responsible for adding and removing objects from the world? That's the world, right? So we need to get our world object before we can remove it. And let's just double check and see what that remove method looks like. So it's in the world class. We say remove objects. We can say remove object to remove a particular object. So you just need to pass it the actor that you want to remove. Okay, so we can just say if get y is less than step size, then remove object. Now there's a special keyword called this that refers to, it's a way of saying me. Okay, it's a way of saying the current object. The object that's running this act method is this. Okay, so it's the particular shooter bullet that's running this act method at this particular time. That's what you want to remove. Now, is this going to compile? Think about it for a minute. Who is it that knows how to perform the remove object method? What class is responsible for removing objects? And what class are we in right now? We're in shooter bullet, which is an actor. So if we hit compile right now, we get that cannot find symbol, method remove object. So we need to get the object that knows how to remove objects, right? So the object that knows how to add and remove objects is the world. So if we say get world, we call the get world method. That'll tell us what world we're in, and then we can say remove object this. Okay. And remember, this is the same as if we said world equals get world. And then if we said world remove object this. Okay. So we're asking the world object, right? But we can just replace, since get world returns that object, the world that we're in, we can just do that. Oops. Okay. So that means once we get at or near the top of the screen, so I'm just allowing for I like to, when I put in tests like this and I know something's running over and over and over again, I like to use less than instead of equals, just because we don't know exactly where the bullet is starting, so it may or may not end up exactly at 0. And I don't know, in Greenfoot it might always, but just as a general rule, I don't like to use equals when I'm testing an ending condition, right? where something has to happen after lots and lots of other times. I want to always use a less than. It's just safer. So let's compile that. Let's run it. And now those got the bullets should just disappear when I hit them off the screen. Yeah, 50 seems kind of sluggish to me. I'm going to change this to like 30. And see, now all the bullets are disappearing when they get to the top of the screen, which is what we want.